In This Week in Military History, we explore the legacy of the Montford Point Marines of World War II, the first African Americans to serve in the United States Marine Corps, who were awarded the Congressional Gold Medal on November 23, 2011. In 1941, unfair labor practices were the norm across the United States. Black leaders fought for equal rights and pressed President Franklin Delano Roosevelt to address those inequalities, including a threat by Phillip Randolph to march 100,000 African Americans on Washington to protest job discrimination. These actions forced the president to sign the June 1941 Executive Order 8802, which banned racial discrimination in recruiting across the defense sector. By June 1942, just months after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Marine Corps recruited and inducted its first black recruits and sent them for training at Montford Point, North Carolina under White Officers and NCOs. By 1943, black NCOs took over the training of black Marine recruits at Montford Point. The first black officer in the Marine Corps wouldn't be commissioned until after the war, in November 1945. Despite the many challenges thrown at them, the Montford Point Marines overcame them as they served with honor and distinction amid hellish combat in the Pacific Theater. Black Marines of the 8th Ammunition Company and the 36th Depot Company landed on the island of Iwo Jima on D-Day, February 19, 1945. By D-Day +3, the units had established a foothold and unloaded much-needed ammunition and supplies. Some 2,000 African American Marines took part in the seizure of Okinawa in the Ryukyu Islands, the largest number of black Marines to serve in combat during World War II. Overall, 19,168 black soldiers served in the Marine Corps in World War II. Their actions earned them the Congressional Gold Medal decades later in 2011. Through their collective courage and valor on and off the battlefield, the Montford Point Marines paved the way for the eventual total desegregation of the Marine Corps and the rest of the armed services in the years following World War II. Join us next time for another segment of This Week in Military History with the Pritzker Military Museum and Library.